Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. Overnight data during the Asian session were quite important, mostly from the Australia AIG manufacturing index up from minus 23.9 to minus 20.9. And the GDP is up as well. So quite nice data from Australia. From Japan, services PMI up from 52.7 to 53.1. Chinese data in form of the services PMI beats the expectations of 52.4 points with the actual number of 53 points more than previous number as well. Services PMI from Russia up to the level of 50 beats the expectations. Now we are still waiting for the GDP data from Norway, CPI data from the Turkey, services PMI data from the Eurozone, and we got the speech from the ECB President Christine Lagarde at 9:30, and at the same time we got the Bank of England MPC member Mann to give a speech as well. Between 9:45 and 10 o'clock, we got the series of the services PMI data scheduled for release from the Eurozone, including the Eurozone Composite PMI and services PMI data scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. 30 minutes later, Composite and services PMI data are scheduled for release from the UK. At 11:30, German 10-year bond auction is scheduled for release. Then we have the interest rate decision from Poland scheduled for release at 2 o'clock. Labor productivity from Canada, this data are scheduled for release at 2:30. 15 past 3 we got a Bank of England MPC Treasury Committee hearings, and at 4 o'clock we got JOLTS jobs openings and factory orders data from the US. FOMC member Kashkari will give a speech 7:30. Beige book scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. At 10:30 API weekly crude oil stock data are scheduled for release. So pretty busy day, both Asian and Euro London and US session, so please stay focused. So because of this amount of the data release, let's switch to the chart. We'll start with euro dollar. Euro dollar 4-hour time frame chart is looking bearish after the bearish engulfing pattern has been printed at 1.1737, and we went down towards the as you can see lower channel line as expected. This time we got a bounce towards the 100 previous moving average located at 1.1662, but the bearish pressure is now quite visible, and the market is right now positioning itself ahead of the services and composite data from the from across the Eurozone. So this situation here, this trading pattern, this price movement doesn't actually look impulsive. It looks corrective. It looks like the range trading between 1.1743 as a technical resistance and swing high, and 1.1575 as the technical support is being continued. So we go up and down around the level of 50. So this is the situation of the euro dollar. We position itself ahead of this data release. We will see what will happen in the future. British pound, very big movement to the downside, breaking below the trend line support, breaking below 1.3446 support, now resistance, 1.3413 support, now resistance, and below the key short-term technical support that has been tested already, 1.3368 now resistance, and 1.3367 now resistance as well. So momentum slump down to the extremely oversold conditions, a little bit of the bounce from the lows of 1.3341. Nevertheless, it looks like the movement to the upside has been capped at 1.3542. Then the downside movement is being expected. Next target, unfortunately, it doesn't actually look very good for the boost, because the next target is the low of the wave C, 1.3140, and nothing here in between, nothing important in between those levels here after we broke the technical support at 1.3370. So the outlook on the British pound looking bearish. We got data from Australia. So let's take a look at the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar is back into the range. We went down from the level of 6,571. We went down to 6,486. Now the market is bouncing. Let me just place some technical lines here. This is the technical resistance, major supply zone, and obviously this is the technical support. So we trade in between those two zones these days, right? 6,417. Now we got some kind of a trend line here, made from this low here towards this there you go, this low. We broke below this trend line, broke below 100 periods moving average, made a low at 6,486, bounced back towards the trend line, and now we consolidate around 6,517, and the momentum remains neutral. So we are back in the middle of the range, basically between the support and the resistance, and there is nothing that would say that the market is going in some direction. This is trendless market. Basically, this is a sideways trend, so it's neither up nor downtrend. Right now, we're going up and down, Clearly, the market is clearly focused on the data dependent. Data triggers the movement here. So we should move up and down like this for quite some time now, unless the breakout below the level of 6,486 will happen, which is technical, obviously, support, and the order technical support. The order one is at 6,465. So that's the situation on the Australian dollar. Japanese yen, any news here? No. Not too many news on Japanese yen. US dollar versus Japanese yen. 4-hour time frame chart. Marginal swing high 148.95, and then go back to the range as the extremely overbought conditions has been made yet again. So what we can do here is to mark this level, okay, and we now got this supply zone even wider right now. Obviously, the bulls will try to rally higher. Nevertheless, market needs some kind of a pullback. Market needs some kind of a downside movement for the situation, because right now we coming off the extremely overbought conditions. So it looks quite good for the bears. If we decide to move sideways again, then we should see downside movement, or there is a breakout and continuation up towards this level here, 150.92. What about the crude oil? After yesterday's data, the crude oil has been seen moving slightly higher. Nevertheless, it doesn't actually look like a serious upside movement. We got this trend line here, the strong trend line on the chart. If we create some kind of a channel, you can see that we are moving slightly inside of this corrective channel. We are above the 100 periods moving average, located at 63.67. Nevertheless, the local high at 66.02 doesn't actually look that much serious, because there is still one more level, way more important. It looks like a way more important, 66.70. So maybe after we come off the extremely overbought conditions, this level here will be tested. This doesn't look like an impulsive movement to the upside. I think that this is some sort of the sideways trend as we come off the 70 something area, right? So this is the swing high from the July and the beginning of the August, and the first half of the August down, then consolidation a little bit to the upside, corrective movement a little bit to the upside, and in September we should see continuation to the downside on the crude oil. What is going on with the Bitcoin? And the Bitcoin has done exactly what we expected. It went up towards the technical resistance at 112,000 roughly, and it was rejected. Nevertheless, it's only 4.25 movement from the lows these days, so it doesn't actually changes anything, as previous corrections to the upside were basically the same size. This one is even the smallest one. We need to break above 112,180 technical level and the 100 periods moving average in order to continue higher, but it doesn't actually looks very bullish right now. To me, momentum went slightly up towards the level of 60 almost. Yes, 58. So it's positive, but it's not really that strong right now. It's only around 55 points, so any movement to the downside would likely create another swing low. Please spot the patterns since the August 14th. We got series of the lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, if this is the high. So to confirm the bottom is in place at 107,456, we need to break above the previous local high, which is 113,404. Right? Otherwise, the market possibly continue to the downside, moving to the downside, as it is doing it right now. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.